Yo, what it do? It's your boy Double S, Rash that dude, and we back for part two with Pimpin' Ken and Grandmaster Ken and my brother Sharp on the smartest and the coolest podcast. Let go.
Thing that we do, it's gotta be fake, it's gotta be raunchy, it's gotta be the most low down. Why you think they never had no problems with pimps till they start finding out what niggas was having? Yeah.
With the diamond testing, with the diamond testing, the diamond testing.
I come from a time, right, where we could be on the blade, on the stroll, wherever the fuck we was, we could be sweating the whole, the police and come by, you see it getting a little too antsy. Hey man, ease up off the prostitutes, you guys. Yeah. Now you can't even look like you a nigga that's even approaching it. They coming up on you, man.
They call it Rolls Royce fake too. They call it they call it 550.
Yeah, they go get some tags. Yeah, they switch the tags on it. Yeah, still. Yeah, they don't like what. Listen, I've always noticed this, and this is my point to it. The people don't like what they cannot understand.
That's right.
If you can't ride a bike without training wheels, and all.
That's tough. That's tough. That's mostly why somebody don't like you, because they can't understand you. You different. If you follow the trend, it's easy to like somebody like that. You familiar. You wearing everything what everybody else wear, it's easy to say you fresh. If you switch it up and be different, it's gonna be hard for them to like you at first. But keep putting that shit on. You feel me? You better believe it.
Everybody else can, and they come and they ask you, well, why can't you ride a bike without training? It's just because I don't like it. Mm-hmm. It's not because you're gonna genuinely tell them that you just can't ride the bike.
Yeah.
Hey, motherfucker, I'm gonna tell you some crazy. For real. Motherfucker asked me what he asked me what I pimp. I said, hell yeah, I'm a pimp. He said, if you're a pimp, I want you to jump up in the air and stay there for about 3 minutes. I said, nigga, you on Superman. I said, I was a pimp. I make pictures. I don't jump up there. I don't do tall bars, building up that shit. So in our world, you know what I'm saying, those squares will never understand. You know what I'm saying? His perception of a pimp is a nigga that can do wonders.
So you feel like a pimp never sold a dream. He just sold true instruction.
No, nigga, my hoes are wide awoke when I talk to him.
Instruction. No, but it was never a dream. See, dreams only come.
That's lies, though. Check this out, Sharp. Right? Look, bro, hear me out. One second. Let me hear me out. Let me say this, right? A motherfucker that lied to a hoe while he pimping is a motherfucking sucker. Nigga, my hoes was wide awoke while I pimped. Them hoes knew I was a pimp, nigga. That's why my first name was Pimpin and my last name was motherfucking Ken. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with these hoes. That's why we have all the problem with the pimping. That's why these niggas, you understand me, is fucking the game up because they playing with the hoe. Hey, my name is Romeo and I'm a gigolo. They all in the club, up on ones at the bitch. You understand me? Bitch asked me, do I want to dance? I said, bitch, what you asked me was I'm from France? No, I said, do you want to dance? No, bitch, what you asked me, do you want to put some money in my pants? You want a tip? I got a tip for you, bitch. Pay a motherfucking pimp. Quit playing with these hoes and quit playing with the game, and then niggas see it change. But that's the problem, little bro, is that these niggas be playing with this shit, and that's why I had to back up about this shit like OJ just spit about over like the podcast, because it wasn't real no more. You know what I'm saying? And I can't deal with that fake shit. You know, I never lied to hoes. I always told hoes that I was a pimp. You know you can't say your name Pimpin' Ken to be lying, right? Right? Okay, all right, guys.
Hey, this is the thing that it's a treat when I bring him through. Everybody got their own game, you know. Yeah. Whatever it takes to win, you know. Yeah. So I was in Oakland one night, me and Ted Ward, Frank Ward, Willie Ward, Big North.
Man, Pimpin' Ken was a different breed. The brother got too much game. Grandmaster Ken too. He just a little bit more laid back and smooth with it. He like a silent, deadly snake. The one that you ain't even see it coming. You ain't hear it move. You ain't even see it strike. Pimpin' Ken, boy, he like that animal in the jungle that just bites your head off. One bite. He ain't you got the time to be afraid, but about time you was afraid, it was just too late. And Sharp, brother in the middle of both of them. He like they son. If they both had a son, Sharp. You know what I'm saying? You heard? You better believe it.
Oh man. You know, everybody dead now. You know, it's back in the day. So we all kicked it, you know. And so Ted Ward went off. He had another broad that he had to go work at, right? So we had a friend of mine. He had big money, nicest guy in the world, but he hung around, but he wasn't a player. Didn't even understand none of the game of it, you know. So we all left, went our separate ways. So Norman went to Ted's house, and Ted's woman said, "Where's Ted at?" So we left her over to Nadine's house. He didn't know, like I said, telling the brother the truth.
You gotta tell the whole the truth, man.
But Norman told his woman that where he left Ted. Now she already aware of this brawl, but she's jealous. So Ted runs into Norman. He said, "Man, I went by the house looking for you." He say, what did Jane say?" She asked where you was. He said, "What you tell her?" He said, "I told you you was on Nadine." He said, "You did what?" so he said, "Man, you know you don't never tell no bitch the truth. This is a fake game out here, man. You don't never tell no bitch the truth." We laughed so hard. But so where was that?
See, the reason why I tell a motherfucker to tell the truth, nigga, when I knock you for that bitch, I want to unpack it your motherfucking lies, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, don't be no con man with the bitch. Don't be fake con switching on the bitch.
I've always been a firm believer.
Yeah.
I don't explain myself to the bitch for shit.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck. I don't even. Yeah, I'm not. You ain't got to worry about me lying to you because you're not in my business.
Right.
Yeah, I don't. That's the problem. And I'm not. You're not in my business. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the best thing I probably ever did is when I ran probably nothing out my household. When they're not around you, and there's nothing against them, like I could be doing nothing. It's even to explain to the bitch, I could be doing nothing. See, if I want to sit there and scratch my ass all day, bitch, you'll never know. Right. I'll probably be the busiest nigga in the world. I'd rather let you think about what I'm doing than you know what I'm doing. Because if you know what I'm doing, you probably ain't gonna be thinking about me too much. And I want to keep you on. I want myself to be on your mind as much as possible. Right. You know. I don't need to tell a bitch nothing, man. Pimps do what a pimp do, man. You know what I'm saying? Pimp, he gonna go do whatever the fuck it is he do. Her job is, man, hey, stay in your place and get some bread here. I'll write some my check. Nigga, wives used to do that shit, man. Shit. Hey. She was scared to go in a nigga wallet to see if he had a phone number.
Hey, Shop, I had them whole...
I think that was one of my biggest mistakes is letting a girl know, like not letting her know, but letting her be able to see. You know what I'm saying? How I was moving on a day-to-day basis. Her being around me, being able to see me, because a girl is gonna track your schedule. She gonna track your moves. And when she know you, she thinks she knows you. And if you do anything outside of what she already know, she gets suspect. She start getting insecure. She start feeling some type of way. But if I already got you on the edge, you already can't pinpoint what I'm doing. You already want to know, but you never know. It's a better game to run in a row. I'm telling you. It don't change. R-double-S, never stretch, never test. You better believe it.
And the most like they was in the army, I tell a bitch to hut to a about face. The bitch was like, they thought they was a motherfucking Marine. Around me, I was just giving them bitches so much instructions, man. The hoes didn't know what the next motherfucking instructions gonna be. And that's how I pimp, man. You know what I mean? I believe that, I was raised, all the way from the 70s, and everybody knows, the best ever did together, international, national recognized, and locally accepted. You know what I'm saying? And knock all the giants, you know what I'm saying, in my era. You know what I'm saying? So I believe, in my perspective, you know what I'm saying, that, hey, look here, bitch, you know what I'm saying, go over here, bitch, and fish this. Say, bitch, go do that, go do that, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I came
people will take it like you trying to, because I'm trying to, I want to explain to the average, because they need to understand why, and they'll take it like, oh, you just bossing the bitch around. No, if I
what about when they motherfucking boss tell them, hey, go over there? The boss is bossing them. So they got a boss and the bitch got a boss. You understand me? Hey, that's his employee, that's my employee. Hey, bitch, I'm the motherfucker. I'm the employee, but you the employee. You gonna do what the fuck I tell you to do. Go to your job, be late. Go to your job and don't do what your boss tell you what to do.
See, that's exactly what I was saying. A lot of y'all are getting pimped. It's just in a different form and a way. Going to that 9 to 5, you have to be there. You have to listen to all the instructions. And if you don't, you get a strike one, a strike two, strike three, you out. Now you gotta go find another pimp. Am I right or wrong? That's all I'm saying.
Right. You know what? He gonna replace your motherfucking ass.
To what you said, I can relate to what you said. But it's gonna never be no days like it was in the 60s, 70s, or the 80s.
No, that shit over with.
It's poison right now.
No, but I agree with y'all, though. I'm not disagreeing with y'all. I'm just telling him my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you see, one thing about a pimp.
Like exactly like you said. But these days.
But now, Sharp talking about these squares out here that saying, okay, why is the boss of the bitch over?
They want to know, and I always hear the comments and the naysayers, and you know, we got gang members on this channel. We got niggas from all over. They kick their game. I always hear they politics, you know, but I don't think anybody ever gets to hear like this standpoint of us sitting down, really kicking this game and really explaining, hey man, this how some of this shit go. You know, this shit non-violent. Last time I checked, man, pussy never killed nobody unless a nigga popped on some pills and wanted to go up and down on the bitch.
Yeah, but
it never hurt nobody, but they'll give a nigga that's claiming pimping 50 years to life.
Yeah.
This needs to be talked about, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they have a different perception of what they think.
Okay, let's talk about that then. Let's talk about that. First of all, human trafficking, right? Sharp, it ain't really human trafficking because, you know, when I had hoes and shit, I used to be on the blade the police and said, you and your girlfriends go home. They thought they were girlfriends. Now, with the human trafficking it's all about mass incarceration. When you think about America being 5% of the world's population, but 25% of the world's incarceration, you got to think that the dope game played out. You know what I'm saying? We went from selling crack to selling crack between the whole back. So now Snoop Dogg is a pimp, 50 Cent is a pimp, T.I. got pimp Scar Clip.
Yeah.
Everybody's screaming pimping, and now all these young niggas is being influenced, and they want to be pimps now. So
yeah, see, with me, I ain't never tried. When it's in you, it's in you. When it's on you, it's on you. But when it's on you, it's show. When it's in you, they know. You feel me? It's a big difference. I'm telling you, game recognize game. I could see it in your eyes, because real lies recognize real eyes. You feel me? And the truth gonna change every time it's around a liar. But when you're around somebody that's real, the truth don't change. If it didn't make sense to you, that's how you know you squared up. You better believe it.
Wait, let me finish. So now you got one of the big things that will.
So, you know, I just want everybody out there to really realize what's your position. What's your poison you gonna pick? Because you gotta choose. Or life gonna choose it for you. Let's get back into this.
That really care about how they hit.
Man, what the hell? My shit tripping. It's tripping, y'all.
And higher standards. You got the system. The system is called CCA, Correctional Corporation America. Now they got to figure out how do you lock the next wave of niggas up. So these niggas running from the dope gang, they running to the P gang. So this charge called human trafficking, and you got to understand. You remember it was on 2020, right? Remember it was on Dateline, all this shit, and they were saying it was foreigners, and it was little Asian kids, little African kids being brought over here forced into prostitution. Now, me and you and Virgil ain't never forced no bitch into prostitution. I can stand on that on principle. But when they make that picture, they draw that picture out to the public shop. What they're doing now is they making everybody think that we these big old monsters. Right, you know, right. I had a guy, he called me. I was talking to him. He got a human trafficking case. Man, he just got me. I said, what you do? He said, I took a picture. I dropped her off at the hotel, man. Next day, I know he did a stain. Next day, I know I'm in handcuffs, kid. They told me, you know what I'm saying, I'm facing 10 to life. I said, for what? He said, human trafficking. Pimpin'. He didn't know I was a jewelry fee. So the bitch give me $12.50, I take the $12.50, and then I call you and I serve you. Guess what? We both get the charge now. That ain't pimping, man. This is some shit that kind of cooked up. You know what I'm saying? At 3 o'clock in the morning, and you know what I'm saying? Imposed it on the black community. So you got a lot of young African American men going to jail for human trafficking because guess what? Dope game ain't attracting no more. There's not too many niggas up. You know what I'm saying? Too many niggas went to jail for the 1994 crime bill with Bill Clinton. So now this is what really human trafficking is. It's a trap for trap and hood. That's all it is.
Oh, it's always been. Always been that way.
Yeah, it's a trap. They use, and guess what? It's 5,000 federal statutes on the federal crime. You know, it's 5,000 felonies you can catch a brother shot. But guess what? Every time we get him to one, they come with a new one.
Yeah, that's the sick part about it. You know, like whenever a black man is learning, got the game, making him some money in his own lane, when that white man ain't getting paid, something wrong. You making all this money and he ain't getting nothing out of it, something wrong. We got to come up with a law to get this nigga out the game. Because if that gamed up motherfucker right there go teach it to that one, that one, that one, they gonna be on top. And that's one thing they ain't trying to see. They ain't trying to see us all on top because we look good, we smell good, we fuck good, we just do it good, and you better believe it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, man. They got 1,000 draws turning tricks, but ain't now one of them prostitutes. They all hoes.
Ooh.
You know, now one of them prostitutes.
And don't have pimp. 99% of the bitches don't have pimp. They only fans, all that sucker ass.
And the square bros looking like hoes. It ain't nothing. You call them a bitch or a hoe, you got a problem.
But let's go. You go in their line. They call themselves bitches.
And they look like. That's what they dressed up to go out party look like.
We had this conversation. That's why we talking so much.
No, I like hearing this because, like I said, this needs to.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy because a lot of women is choosing this lane, but they don't want to take the title. You know what I'm saying? This lane has a name, and for you to deny the title is causing a bunch of confusion. You could call it what you want, but you're hoeing. You're virtually hoeing, and you're doing it in a way where you feel like you're doing it the right way. See, a lot of these girls gonna go out here and probably make 6 figures and still never figure it out 6 times. You heard? You better believe it.
Be addressed. This needs to be talked about. People keep trying to put this jacket on the pimping. It was never like that. Probably about 2000. I'm talking about you could pimp freely, moving around. To be honest with you, I feel like this. We live in a greedy country. If we're going to talk about politics, let's talk about it, especially what it stands for, the American pimp.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about a sex trafficker. I ain't talking about nothing else. I'm talking about for what the American pimp stands for today. And 9 times out of 10, they black. Other than white folks, rest in peace, white folks, man, we miss you dearly.
Yeah, my man.
But, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you really look at it, man, like, I think the problem came about when they start seeing what was really being had at. They thought that when you look at pimping and hoeing, right, and you look at it how they portray it on the movie, looks very low bottom, right?
Right.
Looks very tacky.
Right.
It looks like something people can make fun of.
Right.
It's not something that somebody's making actual money off of. Just personal man. See, I got in the game in 1963. Black.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people, they think pimping is just like hustling flow. Some dude struggling trying to be a rapper and get money out of a low bottom girl that's almost damn near Down syndrome. Man, I done been around some fly situations. I done seen a lot of fly things. I done been in situations that a nigga would pray to be in, you know? And that's the way I got my game. And a lot of it is, you know, I keep it real. You know, I got a lot of my game from an older woman. My next door neighbor, her name was Miss Dirty. She was a housewife. I mean, she was a mama inside of a strip club. So like, pretty much she was the one that took care of all of the things that you know, from the females inside the strip club, make sure they smell right, make sure they fit right, make sure that they talking to the men right, making sure that they getting there on time, making sure that they know when like the right type of money is out there, how to be coming. You know, like she had a lot of influence to the women and like keeping the control, like from the fights and all that. She put all that in place to keep all of the violence out. So like that being like one of the people that put me on so much game, because she used to see it in me even when I didn't, you know, like I was focused on something else, but she was like, it's in you, it's in you. And she used to say it all the time. Like she used to tell me that she felt comfortable around me. I'm the type of man that she could put in a place and I would be able to, you know, rule the environment. And you know, like it felt like a lot coming from an older woman at the time when I was only like 19, you know. So like I really didn't fully understand what she was saying, but like I really, like right after that I got put in a situation where everything that she said about me, it started unfolding, you know. But I ain't gonna talk about too much about my history, but if you ever want to know, I'm gonna drop a video one day. We're gonna get deep down into like what I done been through, where I done came from, and how I gained my knowledge and a lot of my loyalty features, you know, in my life, and the things that I stand by, you know, my morals, how they came about. But we're gonna get back in this video.
Wouldn't happen nothing. There's bottom of the barrel. It just got out of slavery in like my grandfather right before that, you know. So white folk was like supreme of everything. They look down on blacks. Blacks is like nothing. Pimps start driving Cadillacs and get their money out of the streets. So now they was doing better than white folks. They didn't like that. Most white folks was on the police department. 5 or 6 around the race on Freedom, well before 5 pimps in the town. And they was riding brand new. That's why they start riding out on blacks so hard, because of that. Because blacks wasn't supposed to have them now. And they was looking better, riding better, suit and booted, hair pretty with diamonds in. White folks wasn't having that. Certain few was. And you had to be a real exception to have a diamond.
And let me address Sharp, politics. So Sharp, right? Like me, Kenny Red, you know, a lot of other P's, I don't want to call their names, you know, like you said, you know, we always in D.C. From the 90 to 98, pimping like a motherfucker. You know who the tricks were? The congressmen and the senators. Guess what? When they seen that these little ghetto boys from the hood got these hoes, these bad bitches, you know what I'm saying? They doing all kind of shit, getting tied up and
you better
getting
believe
kicked in the nuts and all this shit, all this freaky shit they do. And they was giving the money to us. And the worst thing we did was do Pimps Up, Hoes Down. So I denounced Pimps Up, Hoes Down because I believe that Pimps Up, Hoes Down sent a lot of young African American brothers to prison. And because everybody wanted to be
thinking like that because we didn't know. Nobody knew.
Bro, I hate that shit, man. I hate Pimps Up, Hoes Down because, like I said, I didn't know, when I seen the camera, I didn't know what it really was. You know, I was just trying to check the bag. You know, I didn't know it was going to become what it was, but I think that it fucked up a lot of, it fucked the game up because one thing it did, you know, it was 1 billion people seeing it, so you know the congressman and the senator seen it because now human trafficking is the main subject. So when you think about that, right, you think about the politics that you were saying, how can these fucking niggers, they probably call us niggers, they probably don't know how to say the word nigger, they say, how can these fucking niggers be out here getting, this is my baby doll, this is my Barbie doll, this blonde hair, blue eye, gorgeous, you know what I'm saying, me, almighty whitey, you know what I'm saying, me, and I'm giving all my money to, is giving it to this fucking nigger. You know what I'm saying? So now they say, okay, we got to do something about the laws. We got to, you know, impose laws. And then we also got to, you know, you got to remember one thing too about the politics. You got to understand venture capitalism. Venture capital is a person who takes the money from the school pension funds and take money from, you know, people like yourself and myself and Virgil who got a little money, and they take and they invest it. So they invest in prisons, they invest in wars. You know, that the war is a real war. They get paid for that. You know, every time they drop the bombs got to be what they call the military industrial complex. You got the prison industrial complex. Yeah, I'm saying, man, come on, let's talk politics. Now, you want to talk politics, talk politics. So now when you look at that, right, and you look at the real situation, you look at it from a panoramic view, what you have a situation where these congressmen, first of all, are mad, and me and Kenny Red, and Supreme, and all the other P's that was out there was breaking shit out the white bitches back in the day. And they could they couldn't
break
wait
them down,
to
build
impose
it up.
laws on us. And second of all, niggas wasn't selling crack no more.
You know, I'm gonna drop a jewel for them because I think they don't understand. They think the pimps was dumb. Like, no, pimps, we watch this and we watch the world news. We watch all that because guess what? Whatever affects the stock market affects us. Ooh. If they ain't spending no money, if they ain't got no money to spend, guess what? That shit don't trickle down. Yeah. That's just what makes the world go round, baby.
And we the biggest consumers,
you gotta watch
you know what I'm
the
saying?
stocks. You gotta watch who wants to jump out the fucking building on fucking Wall Street that day or whatever the case may be. Because if motherfuckers is not making money, guess what? They don't got money to go spend on coke. They don't got money to go spend on hoes. They don't got money to go spend on nothing. Mm-hmm. So anything that affects the politicians or affects congressmen or any of these people, because like you said, back in the day, shit, who was tricking the most? It was people of power. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
They got the money.
They got the money to do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Better
so
believe
if they're not making money, guess what? I'm not making
We're not making money.
And that shit's a problem.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? So when I get up in the mornings, I watch CNN, I watch the stocks, I watch things like this because I know if this shit's dropping or things are going on, this is letting me know that people ain't making no money. So that way, if the bitch got a slow week or a slow month, I understand why, because there's bigger problems going the fuck on.
In the
Hey,
economy,
nigga asked me what they said, man, when do you get rid of bitch? I said, man, shit, I look at the bitch like Wall Street. When the stock drop, I drop the stock. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when the bitch ain't getting
it might sound crazy to a lot of people, but they got to understand, we've played the same game. We understand where it come from. So if they're not eating, they're not, you know, this man has 100,000 to fuck off for every month of his life to spend on hoes, coke. Like every nigga got his budget. Man that trick off got his budget, right?
Facts.
You know, if he don't got that, a lot of these motherfuckers got it. It all affects the businesses. Even comes with the niggas that fucking you make money with other people and, you know, having other businesses. It all has a domino effect.
It all makes sense, you know what I'm saying? I'm always watching the stock market. I'm always investing in the stock market. That's one of my biggest investments at this moment, you know, is trying to own companies. Not trying, I'm owning companies. Some of the largest companies on the market. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the techs, I'm in the health, I'm in the real estate, I'm in the gold, you know, I'm definitely deep into like what is it called? Index funds. You know, these things are wealth builders. And if you're not into them, you need to be into them and you need to pay attention to them. Like when people be saying it's slow out here, you would already seen it coming by like the market. These big companies, they already talk about these fall offs. And when they fall down, the money falls down. And you'll notice every single time when that happens, it's slow out here. The weed man ain't making no dough out here. Watch the stock market, weed man, coke man, dope man, whatever you call yourself. Pay attention to that market, invest in that market. You're going to need something for the long term, long run. You putting it in that bank account, that ain't doing nothing when you put it in that bank account. You losing value of your dollar every single day when you leave it in the savings account. Put it in an index fund. Let that be your savings account. Gain that 6% a year on your money or more. An index fund is always profiting yearly. Some people want a quick come up. The longer that you stay on that, the longer you're going to stay down mentally, financially. Because when things go down for long, you'll think it's over. And it's not. You better believe it. This was part 2. Be ready for part 3. This your boy Rash, that dude. I hope your stress go to the wrong address. Like, comment, and subscribe expeditiously. Signing out. I'll see y'all in a minute. Yeah.